Alright, welcome back to my channel. This show is Skinner Fox. Come back another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3. The Elder Kings 2 model, we're going to continue the run as a Whiterun. Still enjoy saying that. And as of right now, we are looking up pretty good. We're almost actually to the point where I think we're either bigger than and stronger than the people surrounding us, the two Skyrim empires. But we're really close. If we're not there, we're getting really close. We did have some issues with some secession laws and stuff like that here as of late, but I think overall we're doing quite well. There are a few places that I would love to go after at some point. It does look like we can't offer this person vassalization. This person right here would actually be a pretty nice person to go after here, so we can maybe fabricate a claim against them. Let's see if there's anybody else around, maybe, that we could actually go after. Because I'm curious, it doesn't look like there's any, trying to think. Is there anybody around here that we're actually, like, able to go after? It doesn't look like it. Looks like everybody um, that we're able to go to war with is more like a tribute, not an actual, piece of land that we can actually take. So, that's something to keep an eye on, but we'll just have to wait and see. We do have a Liberty faction trying to lower Crown Authority, which is whatever. It's nothing too crazy. It does look like we have enough, I think, to maybe at some point as time goes on we can um, build up some strength or whatever, but that's fine. Let's go ahead. Well, we're only getting 1.6 gold a month anyway, so we really can't up our men at arms to maybe get rid of that as a problem, but we'll wait and see. Let's see what we do have here. We do now have a daughter, which is good. We can negotiate an alliance with someone inside of our realm, which is nice as well. Since we're in debt, we can ransom this off and take care of that pretty quickly. Okay. We did fabricate the claim on this person already, which is nice. And this one should be a relatively quick war. Like, we don't really have to do a whole lot here. Let's go ahead and do that real fast. Will not be threatened. Of course, they go to war with me right as something like that happens. So, terrible timing for me that all happened. But let's just see. We can call these people to come help us, which would be nice. Let's see. We're also going to call them to help us with this other war right here to just kind of get it out the way. And if we go a little bit under here, I'm fine. I am kind of concerned as to why this person had so much. Um, Man, another war. Okay, so we're already starting off this episode with a banger, right? Just plenty of wars to go around. So let's go ahead and let's take care of that. We do have another steward that is gone. Let's see, what do we have here? So I'm trying to see like what's the actual likelihood of winning all these different wars right now. Um, War Prince Haining. So this one's actually kind of like a big deal here. Your uncle, which I don't really necessarily want him to win if at all possible. The Liberty War is kind of just whatever. We're just going to kind of have to wait and see how that one goes. I'm going to try and get these guys to join me. It does look like, the sad thing about it is it does look like Eastern Skyrim is currently at a war right now. Let's see if we can't get some nice alliances with people around us. If they are related, that's fine. This might be helpful here. Let's Okay, so yeah, this one's going to be pretty nice here, so we can call them to all of the wars that we currently are having right now. And yeah, we'll do that one. That one's going to be the one that's going to get us the actual province we need, which doesn't seem like a big deal right now, but with you only have 2 holdings, we kind of just need anything we can get. Let's look to see what we have for the other ones. We do have one son here. And do we have another son or is it another daughter? Okay, no, we actually have 2 sons and 2 daughters. So that's actually pretty helpful. This doesn't help us with anything. This one does, so that's good. Um, let's see, does this give us an alliance to call as well? No, it does not, sadly, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we have. Where is our guys at? Is that now the next question? Um, hmm. Oh boy. Unfortunately, like we do have that was really inconvenient timing, but that they actually moved over there. Let's go ahead and raise all of our troops over here. This is going to be kind of annoying, and of course we do have another war that got called to us, which is aggravating, but whatever, we'll be fine. I'm kind of hoping that maybe these wars will cannibalize themselves just a little bit. That's just kind of my goal. Where is all of our troops at? Do we have any that are still left, or no, is this it? Let's see if we actually can marry off or anything to these other children that we do have. That one's a no. That one's a no. That one is a no. Let's see the oldest daughter. This one might get us something here. That one's actually pretty decent. Let's see. Um, okay, yeah, that works. Liberty. There we go for that one. And there we go for that one. That works. Okay, don't know anything about that, so we'll be fine. Do that. Not too worried about the stress there. Let's go with vassal tax contribution will be really nice because we need gold pretty badly. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to have to put our guys here and just try to siege this as fast as we can because I don't think that they can beat us now. I think we do have enough troops to actually win this, so I'm not too worried about that. But we do need to win this as quickly as possible. So, that'll be one thing out the way. Let the traitor be known to all. Great. Okay, beautiful. We can end that. Enforce demands. Beautiful. Okay, so now the next one that we do have to worry about is this Liberty War and this one right here. What is this one right here? Is this one against us as well? No. So there's only 2 against us. This is kind of annoying because these people came over here and like attacked these people out of nowhere. Like, why? I need you to come over here to our land, please. Does look like we're probably just going to end up losing this one, so we're just going to surrender this. Okay, so with all of this being said, now what's our likelihood of the one next? I'm not too worried about the legitimacy. We'll worry about that later on. But this one we can't really lose. This one's one that we can't actually afford. So we need to find out where this capital is. It looks like it's right there. So we're going to have to try to do some work trying to get over there to them. Let's go ahead and get our rallying point somewhere in this direction and start raising up what we can because we need as many troops as possible for this. The good thing about this is like every county that they take is not giving them a whole lot in the war score department, so that's honestly pretty nice. We can ransom this person off to give us a little bit more gold for the time being. Okay. This will give us a total of about 2,300 troops, which should be enough to beat them. Let's go ahead and cut them off here. It does look like we're probably not going to be able to catch them at any point, which is really ridiculous. But okay, so we're just going to have to go ahead and fine. We're going to go ahead and take back some of these pieces of land right here and try and deal with that as best we can. An independence faction is kind of a bad timing for me right now, but at least I guess the one thing I can say about that, if we do have an independence faction like popping up, is that we do have enough allies where I feel like we can probably take care of it at some point. This is going for their capital province, so hopefully it does not capture anybody, so that's a little disheartening, but that's okay. And then Whiterun is also part of them as well, which kind of sucks because Whiterun's such a difficult, will not be threatened, okay. So let's go ahead and call everybody here. Good thing about this, we do have a bunch of people that are already like with us, so this makes things a little bit easier. And I guess in a weird way, this is kind of nice because this does weaken like Eastern Skyrim significantly. And even though they're our ally, what's funny and nice about it is that like if we ever were to want to go and attack them, or if it splits up, that'd be extremely helpful at some point. So just kind of taking a look at the glass half full here. We can actually probably go after them here now because they're kind of in a bad spot over there. And they stole an artifact. Don't really care too much about that. You flatter me, my lady. Fine. That should be good. Okay, yeah, that works out great. Okay, so now it's just a matter of taking back some of the pieces of land here. So at least the sieges are pretty quick. We can get War Profiteer, which I think is extremely good. And then looks like that person's fine for this. The seat of the Sundered Kings. For too long, the Ruby Throne has remained vacant. For too long, nobody truly came too close to restoring the empire. But now, Calovia and Abene, the two halves of Cyrodiil, have estranged themselves so much that they are once again as disconnected as they have last been since the days before the Emperor Raymond united them both in the first place. So let's see. But a distant memory. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine. Alright, so let's go and attack these guys here. I'm like running all these guys around. It's kind of wild. Um, it's kind of annoying with this because it does like take so much of our time and money to do this, but okay, let's see if we can't white piece this. Beautiful. White piece that, get it out the way. And that does leave us with just one last war to deal with, which is that one way down there to the south. So let's go over there and take care of this. Right now we are looking at 5,400 troops. I don't even think that there is anything that we can necessarily do about raising troops here. Uh, okay, can I please get that off this? Okay, these things are like covering it up to where I can't. I think that they were covering me up to where I couldn't actually um, select those troops, but that should be fine now. Okay, now let's move down here and let's take these guys out. This should be an easy battle for me. Okay, so can we white piece this now? No, so they are wanting us to actually go forward and take care of this the whole rest of the way. Oh, 18 months. My goodness, that's a long siege right there. We're going to avoid that, I think. So what's crazy is it's giving me this huge, like, negative, like, per month penalty on war score, but I don't think that we have anything sieged right now, which is what's crazy, but whatever. We'll make do. 'Cause, like, I said, it's giving me this huge, like, negative, like, per month penalty on war score, but I don't think that we have anything sieged right now, which is what's crazy, but whatever. We'll make do. 'Cause, like I said, it's giving me this huge, like, negative, like, per month penalty on war score, but I don't think that we have anything sieged right now, which is what's crazy, but whatever. We'll make do. where are all of these different people at? Are there like anybody around? Okay, well, I'm gonna try taking this one. I think this one will get me to the 100 because now it's going the opposite way. It's now going in my favor, which is so weird. Like, I just don't understand how that was possible. How it was like without them having taken anything, they are they were getting those war scores and improvements. But whatever, we should be fine. I think everything is kind of going our way now. Detailed ledgers, I think it's fine. I don't think that that's just in case we have any because the taxes are what's going to get us money anyway. I'm not planning on extorting any of the people, so enforce demands, beautiful. Okay, so we can disband all of that, and that's a good way to go ahead and settle up with all of those problems. I mean, it's fine. It wasn't too terrible. Like it was just a lot of just micromanaging everything and trying to deal with everything at one time. It does kind of suck a little bit, but that we're fine. We get a war mount. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do this. No, I'm not doing that. Fine. Fine. Okay. Gold is kind of a problem right now, but let's see what we have as far as prisoners go. It looks like these two are probably the guys who decided to go against that war against me, which is fine. I'm not too worried about that. Silverhoof, that's fine. I can station some men-at-arms, which is nice now. We can go ahead and, let me see, can we station anybody over there? No. No, it looks like these are the only ones that get any kind of improvements to this land at all. Let's see, we can. Again, I'm pretty sure this is the same thing as it's always been. So weird, like playing every other mod or like basic cade, you can change people's stuff and all that, and it still doesn't. You can change their contracts and stuff, but of course for like this mod, for whatever reason, you can't do that. So I always still think that's just weird, but whatever. Not going to beat a dead horse with that one anymore. Ironically enough, I did just get a horse, so that's pretty cool. But looks like everything's kind of going good. We're just going to try and get some gold back a little bit. We do have another ransom here, which is nice. All right, so now let's look at what we have for prisoners here because I am kind of curious. We do have this person here for 100 gold. I'm not too worried about the ones that were in the wars because like it's just is what it is. Hopefully, as time goes on, things get a little bit better. You just got to kind of hope for that. Let's look at that other piece of land that we did just acquire though, because I want to see how all this is looking. It is the control is horrible. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with that a little bit, or we're not gonna get anything even from it. So let's go do that. It's 0.06, which is horrible. So we're gonna have to probably feudalize it, which is what 500 gold. Yes, that's pretty unfortunate too. Let's go ahead and also develop the county as well, which I think also kind of helps. Um, I don't think there's really anything else that we can do as far as that goes. We can convert the county's faith. We could just have them all three work there. And the cultures reach folk. The faith is Dwemer idolatry, which is weird. That's an odd one, I think, but we can make it work, I think, with what we have going on over there. Wow, she's actually not good enough to do that. That's insane. What? Do we not have anything better than that? Wow, that's crazy. So it does kind of just look like we're gonna have to just feudalize it, I think, at some point. Can we demand payments enough to actually do that? We can do that one, this one, this one. Is there anything else? Acquaintance, acquaintance. The dragon cult. Okay, that's interesting. So that's it for that part, unfortunately. I'm going to try and see here. Oh, wow. It seems like everybody who goes into that land just dies. It's horrible. It's so terrible. Like everybody that's sent there to do any kind of work, they all just died. It's like, man, is that place just cursed or anything? Like, um, doggone, that's pretty terrible. Let's see, is there anything? I don't think there's anything we can do for as far as money. We are just kind of stuck doing what we need. I'll lose the war mount. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I'm not losing money over that because, no. Alrighty. Oh, that's good. 50 gold there is nice. Let's go ahead and put the best person there. Let's do the second best person here. And then let's do the third best person here. Okay, good. That's wonderful. Alright, we can do that with the arrangement for that marriage here. I'm trying to see, like, as time goes on, is there something we can do for money? We can demand some money here. Okay, there we go. It's my domain, so we might be able to actually do extort my. Let's see, we might actually have to do the extortion here just to be able to get some money here. Extort subjects, let's do that. Does that help at all? Does not look to be. Okay. It only gave me 50 gold. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but that's okay. Pure water support for conversions. That's actually pretty good, which means that the popular opinion of me changed there, which is also nice. Okay, we're not doing anything with control, um, but it seems to be doing okay. Stress-wise, we're okay. We're not doing too terrible. I was worried about stress there for a little bit, but it does look like everything is kind of going fine with that. Increased control, it says. Okay, a little bit, not too terrible. You see, okay, we are doing better with the control. We are at point 0.9 now, so that's awesome. It does look like it's improving. So if we can just improve that just a little bit, and we can convert the faith to from Dwemer idolatry, I think that's going to help quite a bit. I am focusing a lot on this one province, but it is kind of nice to, like make sure that we can get this piece of land going well because we don't have any land to begin with, so we have to like really make do with what we have here. All right, so we are getting close though. We're at 471, so we're about to feudalize this here in just a moment. So let's see, we're at 500. Okay, yeah, sure. That should get us over there. So let's go ahead and feudalize this. Boom. Wonderful. Okay. And with that, now we're actually going to get some more money, and we should be getting more troops. Yeah, we have 107 troops, which it says that'll go up over time once the development and the control goes up, which is awesome. Is there anything we can actually add to this? Does not look like there's anything. Oh, never mind. We actually just got to it. So let's see. I'm going to preview this. So that's at 1 point. So if we do quarries, it's 1.3 gold at max. Let's do it the 1.75. So the cattle pasture is just always better for that, I think. I'm just trying to see like what they give for everything. I'm almost certain it's probably just better to do the cattle pastures, I think. Which is so crazy. I feel like every time I do this, every time I look at these different like upgrades and stuff, it does feel like cattle pastures is just better than everything else. Every time I try to add an improvement. So, oh, hello there. Hmm. Well, let's see here. So, who is going to war with me? Is that Western Skyrim? Let's see what their strength is. But actually, there's two wars right now, but nothing that's not even for us. So 8,446, and what are they going for? They're going for both of these provinces that I think we went for not that long ago. We can do that, this, and this, and that should give us um, enough there. Do have a betrothed there. This person needs to find a spouse, so let's see if we can't find something good here. Let's see, that might give us an ally right there, which it should. Does that give us anything? No. Oh, and looks like Eastern Skyrim has a new king, and he does look like he's got a daughter, which, yeah, doesn't. And they're all married. Okay, so that's unfortunate. So there really isn't anything from the Skyrim on this side's part that can help us out here. We're kind of just up a creek without a paddle with that. All right, so on that note, we're going to go ahead and call this episode here because we do have a big war coming. It does look like 8,464 to our 5,041. It's going to be a tough battle. I don't know if we can win it, but we're going to try our best. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It helps out a lot. It means a great deal. Guys, we're getting close to 500 subscribers in total. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.